Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring the Runecairn Wardensaga role-playing game. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this Dark Souls inspired Norse saga type of role-playing game that can be played as a solo or co-op experience, or even as a competitive experience, and we will talk about that in the next part of this review, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about the advanced rules, starting with the advanced classes and the solo system. We begin with the Berserker. In combat, none could match your ferocity. You howled like a wild beast and gnashed your teeth while striking down opponents twice your size. You have items with this class such as the Grave Sword and the Fur Cloak. When it comes to your skills, you have Charge. Drive your shoulder into your opponent. A strength save must be made to disrupt the attack and take no damage. This causes fatigue. Then we have Rage. Certainly. Call upon your animal spirit, which imbues you with bestial strength. For a number of rounds, you gain a bonus to defense and make all melee attacks at double damage. When the rage ends, you need to make a spirit save. You can actually choose to fail this save because if it's a success, the animal spirit departs and you regain control of your body. You add 2 fatigue. But if it's a failure, the beast takes control. You lose 1 spirit and continue to rage with a 50% chance to attack friendly targets. There's also Sunder. Tear through your opponent's armor to deal damage. First occurrence causes target to lose 1 defense. And these are just a few of the abilities of the Berserker. Then we have the Pyre. In combat, you sear and scald your foes, madness dancing just behind your eyes. Your charred plated leather marked both your calling and profession. The age of fire was long ago, but the wheel yet turns. Whether enlightenment or destruction, your path is now yours to forge. Some of the items in this class include plated leather and the blacksmith hammer. When it comes to your skills, you have things such as Flame Shield. Manifest a fiery shield in your offhand to deflect an attack. A spirit save must be made to avoid all damage. You also have Ignite. Channel ancient magic to ignite your weapon in blazing fire. For the duration of the fight, melee attacks now do double damage and bypass mundane armor, ignoring defense. Then you have Sear. Emit a blazing stream of violent flame, burning your target within a certain distance. These are just some of the skills of the Pyre. Next we have the rules for solo play. Runecairn can also be played solo, with 1 player acting as both warden and adventurer. Journey through an existing adventure, such as Beneath the Broken Sword, which is included in this rulebook, or use the random delve generator, also included in this book, to build a dungeon crawl. When you reach a moment of choice or conflict, a time when you'd normally look to the warden or game master to facilitate the outcome, consider consulting an oracle, a method of deriving meaning from randomness. An oracle can be a set of tarot cards, a system from another tabletop RPG, an online resource, or a mobile app. Wardensaga includes a set of random tables that serves as oracle, offering a way to interpret random rolls and the runes of the younger Futhark to determine the result of a choice or action. Chronicle your journey through the delve in a journal or diary. Be as brief or descriptive as you like. This is a saga of your adventurer, translated and retold through the ages. Use the delve generator sheet to document your encounters and map out your dungeon. This delve generator sheet is included in this book, but you can also download it from the Runecairn website. If an outcome isn't immediately clear, ask a question of the oracle. If it's a simple yes or no answer, or a straightforward check, Roll 2 6-sided dice on the favor or sorrow table. An outcome of favor is broadly positive, while an outcome of sorrow is broadly negative. A complication adds an extra obstacle or development to the outcome. For instance, you convince the warrior to help you, but they demand one of your weapons in exchange. When it comes to more complicated questions or for more nuanced interactions, consult the runes for an answer. First, gather your will and determine your focus. Narrow that focus to a singular emotion, and concentrate on the 16 runes of the Younger Futhark. One rune name will reveal itself. Generate your focus by rolling 1d10 on the focus table. Generate your emotion by rolling an 8-sided die on the emotion table. Finally, generate your rune by rolling a d20 on the rune table. Reflect upon the resulting phrase and turn it over in your mind. Focus your emotion on the name of the rune. Your answer will soon take shape. Let me give you some examples. Maybe you make your roll on the favor or sorrow table, and the outcome is favor with complication. As explained earlier, there is something positive tied to a particular challenge. Or maybe you obtain sorrow with complication. This one is tricky because it's going to be something negative, of course, but perhaps the complication explains that there is some further detail or characteristic to the scene or to the outcome that could take the story in an unexpected path or following an unspecified route for you to further shape. When it comes to the focus, emotion, and rune tables, you are supposed to roll on all three of them to obtain a composite result. Maybe as a focus you obtain observe, in emotion you obtain hopeful, and in the rune table you obtain see. Maybe you observe the sea, and you are hopeful that you will be able to take your ship across it. Or maybe you are hopeful that you will find some hidden treasure. Perhaps it's a sunken treasure, or perhaps it's along the shore, as told to you by one of the non-player characters. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the Delve Generator, Cooperation, and Invasion. That's right, if you have played Dark Souls, Demon Souls, etc., you know exactly what this means. Now, when it comes to the advanced classes, I think they are really awesome because both of them feel quite savage. Even though the Berserker takes a more physical approach, he still has that spirit animal quality to him. And when it comes to the Pyre, your fire spells feel really balanced. It's like untamed and chaotic fire that has been reshaped or tempered through your hammer, or molded into a fiery shield. Concerning the solo rules, they are quite free-formed. They are not strictly structured. They feel quite tied to your own interpretation, but also to your application or implementation of these tables. You're going to be using the favor or sorrow table in most situations, in my opinion. When it comes to the results, they are quite fatalistic, as expected of a Norse saga. But in the case of the focus, emotion, and rune, they are perfect for more complicated outcomes or resolutions, or the search for those answers. Because you could play around with the general meanings of the words so that they make sense with the context, with whatever is happening concerning the non-player characters, the places, the objects. Every single encounter and situations within the encounters have a multiplicity of threads that you can follow using the results from these tables. And because of the variety and flexibility of the results, you could also use these tables to establish the first scene, or even various plotlines. Thank you for watching this part of the review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending drive-thru RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.